Good evening, everyone. I am back at one of my favorite theaters here in Orange County. I think this is the fourth time I've actually been to this theater. It's a really great theater that shows a lot of smaller films that don't get a lot of chances to get in the mainstream, mainly because they're art house films, they're telling smaller stories, or they're a film that I saw that's just like this. The film that I just witnessed right now is the top honors for the Cannes Film Festival. The film is called Blue is the Warmest Color, and it is a foreign language film from France. To my surprise, it's actually based on like some comic book or graphic novel of the same story, and the film is almost 3 hours long. Now, I definitely knew what this movie was about before I witnessed it. I saw the trailer. The film is actually NC-17, and that, for me, is kind of a... Just never seen an NC-17 movie in the theaters before. This is the first time I've actually gone to the theater and saw an NC-17 movie with a lot of strangers in the theater. Which was kind of interesting because this movie definitely does earn its rating. The film tells the story of a young girl who's near the end of her school experience. I believe probably she's in some sort of high school or some kind, and she's definitely experimenting with what she likes, if she likes men or if she likes women. She's curious. She definitely doesn't have a clear idea of what she actually wants, but she's out to get it. She's very interested to get it, and she comes across this woman who's just a few years older than her that has more life experience, and they form a relationship. First it's a friendship, and then it gets into a full-blown relationship, and that's all I really want to go when I'm talking about this story. I don't want to give away too much, but this is a 3-hour movie that really takes its time to tell this story in a very raw and honest and realistic way. And I really appreciate that as a film goer, that a story really gets to take its time to tell a story, to, develop characters that you really start to care about. Oh my gosh, I got something happening here. That you really start to care about and you sympathize with. Yeah, the movie's all in French, so there's subtitles galore, but I never felt lost. The movie just takes its time. It does feel like a documentary. There's nothing flashy or stylized about this. There's actually no score in the entire film. The only music you hear is kind of source music that's in the background sometimes, but you never really hear a score at all. And I really appreciate it because it never said, oh, feel this certain way. This is how you feel now. This is the way you're going to feel. You're just going to feel what what I feel may be different from what another audience member feels. And that's pretty awesome when a movie like this can do that. This movie the story is compelling throughout the entire piece. No matter if you are gay or straight, I think this movie is worth seeing. Though it does, again, earn its ratings, so it's not for everyone. The sex scenes are very, very explicit, so that's a big warning on that part. I do recommend the film, but I don't recommend it to everybody. If you really like these kind of films, you like foreign language films, and you're not easily offended by really graphic sex scenes, then I do recommend this movie. But if this is a movie that it's going to challenge a lot of audiences, especially the 3-hour mark. Though I never felt bored, I always felt intrigued and I really cared about the characters. I wanted them to find happiness. I wanted them to succeed, and I really cared about them. I mean, the cast is really good, but you really only get to know these two women in the 3-hour period. There is a supporting cast, but the story definitely follows these two women. I don't know what their names are. I don't know if I've ever seen them in movies before. I'd be really curious to go online and see what they've done in the past. I hope they have a future because they do some exceptional work, and I hope that the Oscars don't forget about this movie. It is an NC-17 film, but I feel like the Oscars might forget about this film just because the rating is, quite controversial. I don't know if NC-17 movies are usually nominated for Best Picture or Best Foreign Language Film, but I would love to see this movie at least be nominated for Best Foreign Language Film. It definitely does deserve it. I haven't really seen any other foreign language movies this year, but this film is definitely worth your time. If you're not afraid of the subject matter, if you're interested in the subject matter, I do recommend it. But of course, if you're not, you're going to stay away from this movie anyways. I don't know where you can find it. Most people will probably find it on video or on DVD or on cable. But if you can find it in a local theater and you're interested in the subject matter and in the storytelling, it's just told in a very raw and honest, just a way that felt real. I never felt like this was phony because I didn't know the characters, I didn't know the setting that well. It just felt like I was seeing a real story unfold. It's a beautiful story, it's a very trying story, and I'm really glad I saw it, and I do highly recommend that you check out Blue is the Warmest Color, and I'm going to give it 4 out of 4 stars. I'm MovieManCHAD. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter, and I'm on Facebook. And please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. And if you loved watching this review, I highly recommend to click right here, right there, click and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it, and look forward to more reviews coming soon to my YouTube channel. So thank you again for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.